Samuel L. Jackson. Who's made more money in the box office, you or him?
Oh, him.
Okay.
He's the highest grossing box office star of all time, I think.
Wow.
And it's not even close.
You have to see how many projects he's done too. Like his filmography is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is that a goal?
Right.
Like, you don't think about that, do you?
I didn't think about it until someone brought it up to me, and they're like, Samuel L. Jackson's the highest grossing movie star of all time. There's not a ton of tangible goals, really.
Yeah.
When you think about Hollywood, you think about becoming an actor. There's a small handful of things that from the outside you could go, wow, that'd be, really cool. Like, winning an Oscar or winning a Golden Globe or, Hollywood star or, hosting SNL. These kinds of things that you see, you're like, wow, God, how trippy would it be to be able to do that one day, But other than that, it's just like, for me, it was always like an on-off switch. And the success was am I still waiting tables or not? And if I'm paying for my lifestyle through acting, that was success.
Okay.
And so it's been like that for 20 plus years now.
So so to make it, what does, we use that expression, I made it.
Right.
What does that mean to you?
It's it's a constant, it's an interesting question. It's incrementally, my perspective has shifted over time, and it's been small incremental steps getting to where I am right now, but making it was the first time I made it. I was in a commercial, and my friends from my hometown were gathered around the TV like, dude, we saw you in that Carl's Jr. commercial. You made it. Right? And I was like, hell yeah. And then it was, the biggest one was there's getting your SAG card, there's getting representation, there's all these little steps that you have to do in order to make it. But what the big thing is, essentially, like, I did a TV show called Everwood back in 2003, maybe. God, wow, 21 years ago, and I bought my mom a house. And I was like, that was cool. My man, like, that's when I felt like I made it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that too, because you have modest beginnings. I was talking about your time in Maui when you first started getting gigs in Hollywood, paid gigs. Was it difficult for you to feel like you could actually spend that money?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
No. I was under the impression that I would never run out of money. The first paycheck I got, I was like, "Are you serious?" I mean, I had lived on very little money for a long time. So the first big job I got, I remember, it was called a Schedule F job, and this was a TV movie. I got paid $75,000. And I was like, I'm never gonna wait again. Fuck you bitches, I am leaving. And then about 2 months later, I was like, where'd that money go? I went back to Maui. I went to Australia. I traveled the world. I was like, well, I'm gonna probably invest. I'm probably gonna get a yacht. I don't know what. I didn't know how. That was just a crazy amount of money to me. I never could have possibly imagined making that amount of money, and it went very quickly. And so then it's like slowly your life gets a little bigger, and it costs a little bit more money, and then we never had any money growing up. No one ever taught me financial literacy.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know
That
what
part.
to do with money. It was like it would come in, I would spend it. You know what I mean? And it took a good amount of time for me to kind of stop and say, all right, I got to get wise about this. I have to think about, what am I going to do? How am I going to get to the point to where if I stop working one day, I'll still be okay.
Yeah.
My family will be okay. So like kind of coming up with a financial literacy plan, later in my life was sort of one of the steps of me growing up.